thing they do is when they're whizzing past people on the outside, searing pace, both of them. Can the USA find them to be able to use that pace? We'll need to see plenty of pace from that man as well. Mike Adamson, former Scotland Sevens player himself. He is the referee in this cup final.
Rich, do you want to get this one behind my back?
Not the final that most people had predicted, if anyone. Australia against the US of A. Round 9 final here at Twickenham. But it's Australia who take the kickoff. Nick Malouf, really good here in London. Palmer Folk, of course, in the final, 10 minutes each half. Jenkins just moving it out wide. Malouf, oh Malouf! Oh, he's seen some pace as well. Nick Malouf, all Australia in this opening 45 seconds. Worked it right, worked it left, back to the right, and it's that man who hardly gets any of the headlines with a first score in this cup final.
I mean, a wonderfully taken try from Malouf, but Duratalo just getting too tight to his defence on the end, giving too much space to him, and there it's a simple try. Malouf using his pace to go around. First blood to the Australians.
Nick Malouf got deceptive speed on the outside break. Little shimmy in and away and goes around Duratalo. Conversion not successful. That's why they were so successful in their semi-final, because they got great starts like this.
Great starts, kept to the processes, kept to their patterns really, really well, didn't they? Even when Fiji came back at them with that score in the second half, early in the second half, they stuck to their processes, just seeing them through to this final. Still a long, long way to go, and all that forward effort now will have to be done for the US by Danny Barrett. No, Garrett Bender to come off the bench. Duratello has to make amends. It was a rather weak tackle on that left-hand side. But it's a strong fend again. Palmer Folk. Madison Hughes, the man born and raised here in England, strikes straight back for the US.
Well, it's the two bookends for this USA team. Andrew Duratalo firstly busts through a hole, and then on the other side Danny Barrett goes through a nice gap in the in pass to this kid. And he is only a kid, a young man wearing the captain's armband. Madison Hughes, he has grown and grown all season long.
It's a lovely break here from Barrett. Not renowned for his pace, but his power. He just manages to get the outside edge against Foe. And then Madison Hughes, ever present in this American side. A fantastic captain, at least from the front. Inside, ready for that pot ball. Well finished. USA pull themselves straight back into this.
So Wellington scored him in an exhibition sevens match earlier on. That's where he was schooled. 22 years of age, but his captaincy is head on those shoulders. Way beyond his 22 years.
Johnny, a crucial facet of this game so far is restarts and possession. We saw against England, USA just dominated them there, and when they do, they bust through holes like this. Barrett through again.
Barrett, such a strong man. We saw it back end of yesterday, didn't we, against South Africa. Wasn't the performance of the speedsters, it was performance of the big powerful forwards like Barrett, and he's showing what he can do as well.
Well, dominating in the air was Maka Nufet, but Danny Barrett for the second time in as many minutes goes around the outside of Palmer Folk, and he is a beast. Look at him here, just trucking down the sideline. Get that in, you lowers the boom. does Danny Barrett, and he goes in for the second.
Already, it's the kind of final we were hoping for. People are getting excited in the commentary box, and rightly so.
I mean, really excited, and this is the crucial facet now, this restart. Can USA keep that possession by winning this ball back?
Oh, they can. USA are on fire this season, aren't they? Brilliant work. Leo Tour. Now they've got the man outside, and it's that man again. It's Danny Barrett. 2 tries in as many minutes, and the USA have simply grasped this game by the scruff of the neck.
I mean, it's the Barrett blitz here, the man, but it all comes off the restart. Again, a superb take from the USA. What a take that is from Liuta there, and then it's just all about possession. They keep hold of it, and here, relentless wave of USA attack, and they give it to their big, bustly boulder that is Barrett, and he barges over. What a try from him. What a first 5 minutes he's had.
Well, Danny Barrett's a guy you put first down in your list every time. He's just a throwback, isn't he? He's an angry, tough guy. Look at him there, talking to his troops. Tell him to settle down now. Let's reset the next phase. Let's go to the next kickoff, next job.
And he said, I've had enough of these speeches, these racehorses out wide, getting all the headlines. It's about the forwards. We decide whether you win the game or not.
I mean, it is, and this is all about the forwards again. Can they reproduce that same form, the restart?
Palm of foe. Important, really important, that possession for Australia. And Australia just need to settle themselves now. There's 3.5 minutes left in this half. They just settle themselves down. Garrett John knows that. And they take the penalty, just take the sting out of the USA, who've got the rhythm in this game in the last couple of minutes.
It's all about controlling the pace. As you said, Johnny, it's a long time. Just be concentrated on the first 10 minutes of this half. They had no ball the second part. They need to get some position.
And they have it now. Cameron Clark. Oh, wow, isn't it? Cameron Clark pumping those pistons. Oh, they have got back. Lewis Holland grabs on back for Australia. Really crucial score. So much time left in this game, but they just have to stem the flow for the US.
Yeah, I mean, there's still enough here for Australia to pull it back. 2.5 minutes left, but this is all about their power, and then one-on-one tackles there. We see number 8, Anufe, gets bumped by Cameron Clark, and then the momentum swings in the favour of Australia. You miss your tackles in these finals, they'll make you pay dearly.
Tom Lucas can't get the conversion. Remains at 10-19.
Well, the game of rugby is all about mismatches, and Palmer has a weight advantage over Perry Baker. Cameron Clark just pumping the legs, little left foot step around some tired defenders from the US. Exactly what we're talking about. Australia keeping it slow and using their process to get the try.
And of course, possession absolutely key. It's even more so the end of a long day when you're in a final. It's 10 minutes. If you're going forward, if you're attacking, those legs don't seem quite so tired.
No, and that's a cardinal sin from Australia there off the restart. With 1:40 left, they needed the ball from that. They had to retain possession. Gifting it to the USA just puts them back in the driver's seat.
Just scored. And then they give the free kick back to the US because they didn't go 10. Madison Hughes, and an offload to Vitello. Was going to try and flick the ball out. Advantage coming to the US. Tua. Oh, the goose step as well. Can the US take advantage? Great defence from Australia. Brilliant scramble stuff from there. Yofi. Back at Yofi.
Well, I mean, we spoke at the start of this game about the impact that Carlin Isles Perry Baker would have on it. So far they've had nothing to do with it because it's been about the power play of the USA. They have dominated the contact areas so far, winning their collisions, and their offload game is just outstanding there. Anufe skipping out the tackle, and then look at his ability to offload here. Wonderful support play, back on his feet, and USA are just running hot.
Oh, they're playing with a bit of swagger, to use an American term, aren't they? Matai Leuta on that far edge is causing havoc out there, not only from kickoffs, but ball in hand. He's always making the ball available and taking out defenders.
Well, they get the two as well. Is this a tactic from Mike Friday that he's known in Kappa's Yoda, that the Grand Master of Seventh Appropriate, this galactic theme we have here at London? But is that a piece of coaching skill from him in this first half, to use the power and possibly use the thoroughbreds in the second half when the legs are really tired?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment they're splitting the field. They've got Danny Barrett on this side and Leuta on the other, so they're big power runners out wide, and then they've got Perry Baker in the middle, just tidying up at the moment. His pace isn't being utilised because they don't need him at the moment. They're so strong, and they're breaking through contact. And I think at half-time, Garrett John is going to just have a word and say we need to be making our tackles here.
Not held.
Well, I knew if it wasn't held in the tackle. Lucas. And the USA want more here before half-time. Madison Hughes just gets outside. Good angle from Baker, but it's forward.
Oh, so unlucky there. It was nearly beautiful again from the USA. They won't want this half to stop, but they'll come in full of confidence. Mike Friday just will tell them to focus on the basics again. What a first half performance from the USA.
Australia came out of the blocks, real pace, but since then really outside of that Holland try, it has been all the USA. And as you say, Ollie, hardly one of that half to finish. 26-10 at the break.
Right, we get our pods right, we maintain possession, all right, you play with calmness, you're in a good place. The important thing is, when we have possession, work in your triangles, okay? Second man in clear, press them down, get rid, move the ball. When they have the ball, it's so important we're aggressive and we show intent on the clear. Box or tackler, make everything a fight, make everything difficult for them in the breakdown, okay? Stay legal, stay clean. When tackler works hard or box works hard, everybody else gets their realignment, we can then get our way, okay? Stay present, stay in the moment, stay calm, all right? Their kickoff.
The clear instruction from Mike Friday,
we get the ball,
and
we
then
win the ball, we
the
kick the
raw
ball.
passion.
Okay?
It means a great deal to him.
I mean, it's huge for them and only them, but for the USA, massive moment. We want to hear now what Garrett John says.
Reload and stay connected now. Test them. We haven't tested them. All they've done is one person's run. We've let them go through. Come on, it's up to you.
Come on, let's get up.
Take a run. Working hard.
I mean, both coaches, you can see there, they are desperate for their sides to perform well. Mike Friday knows what this means to the USA. Never won a leg of the World 7 Series. Huge moment in USA rugby. Pointing at their position now, 26-10 up at halftime. Have they got the calmness and the application of focus and finish the job off? Garrett John wants his side to get some possession. Can they win this restart and get themselves back into it?
Well, what about that shot from Danny Barrett there? I've never seen anyone come out of a huddle singing a song. They've got the juices flowing, you can feel it. They know it is up to them whether they get their first ever cup final win.
Probably Bruce Springsteen born in the USA.
Ba-boom. Stick to the analysis, Ollie. There's a good lad.
It's my favourite karaoke number, that one, John.
No clear release. 11, never release the ball.
And we talk about these finals, and it's cup final number 7 for Australia. It's cup final number 2 for the USA. And talk about earning your stripes in these finals and getting the maturity from playing in these big games. And just they're just ripping it up at the moment, the US.
Almost definitely. I've been in and around these top nations now all season long, and there's a point where at the season you think, yes, we can compete here, and you can see the confidence just flowing through this USA team, and it's all come from Mike Friday, he has done brilliant with the squad. He's given them self-confidence. He's given them the tools to succeed, and they've paid him back handsomely.
Perry Baker. He was going to have an influence at some point, and his influence is to score the first try of the second half.
I mean, his pace is emphatic. He's just unbelievable, mesmerising. When he takes off there, no player in their right mind within 2-3 yards would bang themselves on the outside. Typically, you see them pull back, reset and shift the pivot. But there, this guy oozes confidence, and he has got pace to burn. He uses his strength and his body just to get around here. What a way just to get outside. Uses the fin, and then it's all about raw pace. What a player this guy is.
Well, you're right, Ollie. That was a nice shot of it. Just the balance and the body shift in the air. He faked to go on the inside and just swerved back on the out. And as a defender, it's very tough once your momentum stopped to go again. And well, this guy can just take off, and he'll be waiting for his boarding pass, no doubt, Carla Niles.
And you a great conversion from him. Watching these boys score these wonder tries all weekend. It was going so quick, then hardly stopped before they put the ball down.
And the transformation in this kid over 12 months has been light years. So imagine him in 2 years.
Your hands!
Just to clarify, 6 Cup final wins for Australia, and they're looking for their 7th, aren't they? And that will help. Nick Maluk was single-handedly dragging Australia back into this game. The conversion is taken quickly by Tom Lucas. 7 minutes is a very, very long time in rugby, especially in rugby sevens.
Oh yeah, they love a scrap, do the Aussies. They won't go away easily again. Just the right foot step from Nick Maluk, no one in behind. If they score back-to-back tries then, well, put a pressure on this USA team.
It was a soft try, wasn't it? They needed to make sure they stay tight in their defence here, USA, because there's going to be an Australian onslaught coming now. They need to get themselves back in the game. Johnny, what's incredible to see is just how they dominate the contact zone here at the moment at USA. Every single battle they go into, they seem to come out on top, or it takes 2 players to bring them down. And when that happens, there's space all over the place. And the likes of Perry Baker in space with pace. Good night.
Here he is again. It's sort of used to attract those defenders. Here's the man of the first half. Barrett. Core skills are great, aren't they? They're not going around the outside. They're going through the middle. Marker Urafi, the latest try scorer for the US.
And because their big men are threats on the outside, what it does is open up holes for the hot steppers in the middle of the park. Just a decoy with the ball, and he's always going to back his pace in the open field as Mako Nufet.
I mean, Carl, I don't know what you think. What a performance so far from the USA. 38-15. They look infallible everywhere across their game. It's just there's no weaknesses in this final at the moment. You've got pace out wide in Baker or Earls. Barrett and Duratalo and Liuta are mixing it up with the power in the middle. And then Anufe with his footwork is just mesmeric. And he dances his way through there and has the pace to finish it off.
Let's kick off now, please.
I mean, you think back, 29-10 against Canada, 43-12 in that semi-final against England. Biggest win over England ever. Best result ever against a top-tier nation, that 43-12
Advantage.
victory.
Last week, this USA team got smashed by 40-0 in their first game in Scotland. So the turnaround in 7 days has been absolutely brilliant. Nick, you think you've got a respite because you see the back of Perry Baker, and then you look up and you've got a guy called Carlin Niles can run down the road in 10 seconds flat, so good luck with that.
He's just having a little look on the screen at the top, making sure he's looking good, because he knows it's TRY time for him out here. His pace with the tired Australian side on the field is going to cause some serious problems now.
And they feed off each other. Baker like a big brother to Carlin Niles. Very different characters, but the yin and the yang. Great relationship they have going. And it's a fun camp. Yes, they work exceptionally hard. You can see that. You're not going to be 38-15 up in a cup final. You don't work hard, but they do it with a smile on their face. Australia won't give up. We know that about them as a sporting nation. Here they come again. Carlin Niles shipping his man out to touch. They just run out of space and running out of ideas here, Australia.
Just great defence from Carlin Niles and from Iosefo. They're just using the touchline as their friend, shepherding them into touch. Great defence, turnover ball back to the USA. Another relief of pressure.
Well, these guys on the wing know they're going to get singled out with their defence, but Carlin Niles doing extremely well there.
Now, if you're the USA, fresh man, fresh legs in Carlin Niles, you want to win this line out, put the ball straight in his hands.
They can't win it though. Here come Australia. Shaludev. There's the ball there. Australia have to score now if any chance. Have to. Advantage coming to them. Holland try scoring that first half. Go back for the penalty now.
Number 12.
2 minutes 45 left here in the cup final here at Twickenham. Final leg of the Sevens World Series, and Australia desperate to score. Holland again with Lucas trying to work something on this right hand side.
Well, it's all individual probing there from the Australians. No real team sort of attack patterns whatsoever. And in the end, some great work at turnover. Was it the beast, Danny Barrett? I think it was.
Yeah, it's that man stepping up again, the beast Barrett, just when you need him. His side feeling under the cosh, knows that he just needs to win that turnover. He's there so strong. Fantastic effort from him there, and he's just taken a minute on the floor now to recover.
Here it is here, Madison Hughes, the captain, takes it low, and there it is, the technique right over the ball. Two cleaners can't get rid of him. That is beautiful stuff from an open side.
And his work in the final is done. And what a final he has had. Take him out. Danny Barrett. Where's this one bouncing? Into the hands of Australia. It must be. It was 3-1. They go direct in the end. Sam Myers. 5 quickly becomes 7.
I mean, that's twice now off of the USA line out, so they've lost the ball. They elected off the penalty to kick to touch, not securing their line out there. They've got to understand and recognise where their strengths are, where their weaknesses are. They've been phenomenal in the loose and in the contact area. For me, they're just keep playing, because they've gifted Australia an opportunity now to potentially get back in the game.
Time on.
Carlin Niles. With breaking away again, it's the new man. Palamo just come on the field. The man who plays his rugby in London for Saracens robs all the way upfield, and they think now that is it. The USA have won out of the cup, if not more.
Yes, indeed. Watch the big man. Look at the thighs on him. Throws the big dummy. He's carrying that ball like a loaf of bread. Look at him go. 120 kgs moving that quick. Good luck to you. Never going to be stopped. And as a reserve player, you want to come on and make an impact, Ollie, and that's what he's done.
And what an emphatic impact he's made. He's just won the game for this USA side with 20 seconds on the clock. There is no way Australia are coming back from this. And USA take a bow. This is your first title on the HSBC World 7 Series, and you've done it in emphatic style. Outstanding effort.
Yeah, confidence just oozing throughout this USA team. Remember, there's no Zach Test in this team. The man that they built everything around for the last 3, 4, 5 years. A great sevens player in his own right. And I asked Mike Friday at training this week, will you miss him? He said, no, not really, not anymore. And you can see why. Look out. Bender either, suspended. Australia been outplayed here, unable to stick to their process. They just haven't had the ball. Final play of this cup final. Edge of the knock-on from Australia. And there it is. The United States' first ever tournament win of the Sevens World Series. And it is here at Twickenham, in a country where that man grew up, coached by a man who had such an influence on England Sevens as a player and as a coach himself. And they have done it in emphatic